Hey guys, how's it going? It's Johnny here from Seraphim's Nurple, and today I'm going to be giving you my top 3 picks for statue lines that you should be collecting right now. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this, and at number 3, my first pick is the SpiderMan lineup that is coming out from Prime 1 Studios right now. It's being made in conjunction with Sideshow Collectibles, and they've picked some pretty interesting characters to start the lineup out with. I think the first one we got was Spider-Man 2099. Now, I kind of like this character. He's a really cool sort of futuristic Spider-Man, and he actually has like venom and stuff like built into his biology from the spider bite he got. And the villains he comes up against are really cool. I think he's a great piece, and he's a really good way to start this lineup out. The next person we got was anti-venom. Now, anti-venom isn't a guy that you see a lot of. The complete opposite of Venom. He is white with a black logo as opposed to black with a white logo. Again, this is just such a striking piece, and it was a real change from all the other stuff we got. And the final piece that they've released so far was Venom himself. Now, this was a massive statue. It's kind of caused a little bit of controversy at the moment because there's been talks about how the torso is so big that they've had to split the body into 2 pieces, and there's a seam in the sort of like the lower torso portion. You kind of can't really see it, but for some people, the amount that they're spending, it's a big deal. Now, they have teased a couple of other things. There will eventually be a Peter Parker Spider-Man coming out. I think there's been promotional stuff for Green Goblin, or at least prototype stuff for Green Goblin being tossed around on the internet. And it just looks like a great line to be getting into, as opposed to a lot of the Prime 1 stuff which has been taken from video games and movies and whatnot. This is a completely new design that them and Sideshow have worked together on to create. So on number 2 pick, the Court of the Dead. Now, Sideshow's Court of the Dead lineup is a completely original line created by Sideshow and the team at Sideshow. They've created this whole backstory of a war between heaven and hell and the underworld, and Death himself has created this court to try and bring balance to this war between the two. And we've had this amazing lineup. It just seems to be getting better and better and better, with people like Malavestros and Death himself, and there was that beautiful siren. And it's just a really great piece, and if you're really into horror stuff, it's definitely something I suggest you take a look at. And now my number 1 pick. My number 1 pick for this lineup is XM Studios' Japanese-inspired DC collectibles. Now, the first one that they've released so far has been a samurai version of Batman. It got a little bit of flack because, you know, Batman's not a samurai, but I just think it's a really good take on these characters. XM Studios got this license, and I love the way that they've really brought something fresh and original to these characters where there are 1,000,001 statues out there. There are a ton of Batmans, there's a ton of Jokers, there's a ton of Catwoman statues, but this sort of Japanese influence really brings something new to the table, and I really like what they've done with it. There's been teasers of a Yakuza Joker. There's Catwoman, who's got quite clearly an Oriental or Japanese inspired look to her. Poison Ivy has been teased with a very Japanese and Oriental vibe to her, and I can only assume that they're going to keep creating products like this throughout the years and throughout their time with this license. So there you have it, guys. That was my top 3 picks for statue lines that I think you should be investing in right now. I want to hear what you guys have to say. If you think there's a statue line out at the moment that's worth investing in more than any of those, let me know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And hey, if I get enough people saying they want to hear different lines or see different lineups, or they prefer these over that, then by all means let me know, and I will make a commenters edition of this video with your guys' suggestions. So that's it for today, guys, and we will see you again next time.